I do not want to get bashed in the head with a 20-inch Range Rover wheel. It is officially countdown to winter, which means snow, which inherently means snow tires. Ironically, when I was younger, I never used snow tires. Like, Chris and I would drive in snowstorms in our Integras with summer tires and didn't even think about it. You just gotta learn how to adapt your driving skill, which is possible. But then you get older and you've got kids and you have responsibilities and you realize how stupid that is. Then you actually get proper snow tires and you realize how amazing they are because you've got traction. You're not constantly measuring the geometry of how to slide down a hill without hitting anything. And yeah, so we're going to August Motor Cars right now, the garage, drop off these bad boys. This is my fiance's Range Rover. It's a 2019 or 2020. It's diesel. She got this for a few reasons. Number one, she wanted a bigger SUV, and this is like a good midsize. And fuel efficiency, this thing is wild. Like, I can't get into the numbers for you guys because it's all Canadian, make no sense, but it's about half what a gas SUV would be burning. People always talk shit about reliability on the Range Rover. So far, this one's been great. I mean, when we first bought it, it had some issues that they warrantied, but it currently has no warranty. And it's got 75,000 kilometers, which in miles would be 50 something. But on that note, I had the TRX at August for sale. It had a deal pending. I guess it fell through. I thought it was already sold a month ago. But it's there for sale right now. And, you know, I decided that for a personal vehicle, I'm never home. Like, Damon and I are home, call it two weeks a month, if that. Because sometimes when I'm not working, I'll go on a trip with my fiance or I'll just travel because I like traveling. So ultimately, I don't drive that much, so it didn't make sense having this huge payment for a personal vehicle that literally sat there. Like, I think I put on 4,000 kilometers since January on the TRX, and it was $2 grand a month. And I was like, well, this seems a bit dumb. So I thought, well, what would I get that would make me happy still? Because I'm a car guy, I don't want to get something really boring because I would just really not enjoy it. I do love, you know, getting a coffee in the morning in a vehicle that I enjoy driving. That's why we have the channel. So what is that middle ground? What can I get that's budget friendly? So I'm gonna go to August today and talk to the boys about, you know, what would be a replacement for the TRX. What are my options? I've done a lot of research. I can tell you right now, there's basically 3 contenders. So there's 3 vehicles I've never owned that I love from afar. But the concern I have now is that once I've owned these 3 vehicles, that's it. Nothing new comes out that I want. I don't like all modern vehicles. I guess I'm old now. So, you know, it's kind of like, if I rush through this and I get those vehicles on my board or my list, then what? And the one thing about being a car person or a human in general is looking forward to the next thing. Like, what's my next aspirational thing I want to achieve? And, you know, when you're a car guy, usually that's the next thing. So I'll tell you right now, there's 3 options I want. Number 1, Range Rover SVR, 575 horsepower, supercharged, beautiful, and they've dropped in price like crazy. Love it. I have an idea for how I'd mod it tastefully. No livery, just a solid color change. Number 2, Porsche Cayenne Turbo. I love the Porsche products. It's the same engine as my Bentley. They've also dropped in price. Number 3 is the one I've talked about a lot that I've never owned, is the Mercedes S63. 2018, 2019, basically the last of the old body style. They still pull pretty good money, but they've definitely dropped a little bit. All those vehicles I mentioned are kind of in the same price range, which is pretty wild. A lot of people say you don't keep cars very long. It's true, I get bored. But finally, at 41 years old, there's a few vehicles now that I'm like, I love this vehicle forever. Squadra Corsa, by far. Recently made a video where I kind of baited you guys a little bit around selling it. Now, you have to understand how intrigue works. And I was just reading the comments in the video, and it was titled, Heartbreaking Goodbye, but it's time to move on. And people were calling it like, oh, that's clickbait. I'm like, no, because I never said anything that didn't happen. I didn't say, I sold the Squadra Corsa, or Mike has to left the channel. I created some intrigue. You're like, well, what's going on? Like, what could it be? And if you watch the video, exactly what said happens. Because if I made the video, hey guys, I am taking the wrap off my Squadra Corsa and I'm gonna rewrap it and it's all good. Unfortunately, you guys, not all of you, but a lot of you, probably half of you, wouldn't watch it because you already know what it's about. It's like, yeah, boring, round, curly puck, versus, ooh, what could it be? Then you get into it and it's a really good video and you watch the whole thing and everyone's happy. So I want people to understand the difference between bait and intrigue. Ironically, there's some people in the comment section that get it. They go, you know, I appreciate the fact that if you look at the title and the thumbnail, none of this was actually inaccurate information. We perceived it to be one way based on our understanding and our prediction or knowledge of what's happened in the past, but at no point was anything said that didn't actually happen.
Guys, I care about you, so we're gonna take a quick break from the video so I can tell you about our sponsor, Fume. Have you guys heard that the flavored air category is quickly becoming the leading alternative to smoking and vaping? It is a movement towards better habits led by our sponsor today, Fume. Guys, we all have that friend that has that bad habit. Let's not name drop names, Sean. However, when you guys go out, are always reaching for that bad habit. However, what if I told you there's an alternative to kick the bad habit and do it in an enjoyable way, and it's portable, take it with you. Fume is an award-winning flavored air device. Fume draws flavor to your mouth. Fume fills the void ditching a bad habit can leave. You can still have something to reach for. Fume is not a vape. No vapor, you can use it anywhere. No nicotine, it's not addictive. Non-toxic flavors, it's a guilt-free alternative. No batteries, you'll never need to charge it. Looks awesome. The weighted feel and high-quality design is awesome. And it's also made to fidget with. The magnet, the clicks, you know, easy to fidget with, calms your anxiety. It's a good time. Fume continuously invests in third-party studies to make sure that the product is safe. Flavored air isn't like vaping. If vapor was compared to sticky soda, Fume cores are closer to herbal teas. With flavored air, you can satisfy your oral fixation through a passive diffusion system that utilizes no electronics, vapor, or combustion. And there's a ton of different flavored cores. I tried this before. Let's give a spearmint. Let's get it icy. And they're backed by US-based doctors. Fume has served over 300,000 customers, and you could be the next success story. Spicy. Head to tryfume.com, that's TRYFUM.com, and use code DailyDriven or scan the QR code on screen to get your free Fume topper when you order a journey pack today.
Hey! I'm back, and so is the camera. You just gonna pressure wash the motor in this thing?
No, did F1 repair, so...
Oh yeah. Hydraulic fluid.
Yeah.
You know, friends of ours, EAG, make a conversion kit for this car, and it makes this car
a lot better.
Yeah, the F1 kit it's over here, hey? Is that the F1 stuff?
This is pump and accumulator that was replaced, and then the actuator was sent out for repair as
so
well.
You can't probably say the exact amount, but what's the cost approximately to replace all that crap in this car?
Canadian or US?
Canadian.
I think it was about $8 grand.
That's actually not horrible. I know Gallardo's Damon had a ton of problems with his back in the day, and it was like 10 grand. That was the dealership, but this is pretty sick.
Yes, it's a really cool car.
The old 430.
What brings you in?
I'm getting winter swaps on the old Range Rover.
What I was gonna say, winter grip time.
The good news is I have them already on the wheels, so it's just a re-and-re, no mounting. You're not doing it anyways. No, you're not doing it anyways. But I saw this over here. The Range Rover's on these little funny...
Ooh, I think you might like this one.
What's that? The Aston or the Range Rover?
Yeah, look what's in the middle.
Oh, shoot. I know somebody in California named Jason who would love this car.
It's got a third
GBS. That's a V12.
Yeah.
That's a real deal right there.
Yeah.
That's a real money car though.
I can't afford either one, so.
It's called debt, man. You just rack it up.
Just rack it up.
Can I ask you a question though?
My kids die with
What are those?
Those are gunnies. Someone was driving by feel, so the real rims are sent out for repair and refinishing.
Oh, so these are just rolled around the shop.
Yeah.
How funny. I've never seen that before. Imagine the donuts and the slide around you can do on those things.
Yeah.
Those aren't speed rated, are they?
No, I was gonna say, you see the nubs, you feel every one.
Yeah, they do that so you don't drive on it.
I think so.
Look at the massive air strut in this thing. So this is a factory paint, and it obviously PPF'd it, or? Yeah, it's matte PPF. Looks cool, looks mean. I was telling the audience that the T-Rex is for sale and I want to get another daily, and I've talked about getting an SVR, Cayenne Turbo, or an S63. What would you pick? Range Rover SVR, Porsche Cayenne Turbo, Mercedes S63.
Yeah, 63.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Mercedes.
This
Not
is
the Rover.
Not the Rover? You don't like them, do you?
Man, they are hard to fix. And
They're always
some
broken.
weird problems.
Yeah, they do. This diesel one's actually been really good.
We've had a few that even send them to the dealer sends them back just
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I should put all my eggs in one basket and have two of these things lying around.
Right. Yeah, have a backup.
All right, so we're gonna get these ugly wheels put on. These are actually SVR wheels that came with this when she bought it. Those are the snow tires on the gross factory wheels. So I'm gonna see Brett, and then see if I can get a loaner car. If I can't, then I'm gonna be hitchhiking, which is not the first time. Fun fact, as a teenager, we hitchhiked all the time. but this is sick. It's not gated, so they kind of dropped the ball on that a little bit when they built these cars, but how's that for a daily driver? You know what? Now, it kind of kills the whole budget conversation, but a good back seat. Close enough. All right, kids, Dad's going through his midlife crisis, so get in the back. Dad, you don't smoke. Yeah, that's for the look. Oh, speaking of daily drivers, we got Ursus on Ursus. I had one for about a year. I did like it. I didn't love how crazy expensive they are, like supercar money. But what's a really good buy right now I haven't mentioned is the RS Q8s have dropped like crazy. You can get an RS Q8 now for about 100,000 Canadian, which is that. Same thing, like legit. You don't get the branding, so you're not as cool at house parties, but still pretty good. All right, we got the loaner. What did we get? Something that'd be nice. Does that work for that one? No, that sucks. Oh, Range Rover. Range Rover? What the hell is this key for? Oh, it's Mazda. Okay. Ah! CX-5. Ironically, this would be the smartest choice I could ever make, was to buy this as my daily. I'd save a bunch of money. It's super reliable, good on fuel. But why don't we do that? Why do we make poor choices? Well, that's a good question. The truth is, what is smart? Well, if you actually break it down and talk to somebody who's really dialed in, they'll tell you, don't spend any money. Don't buy anything. Invest it all. Live in a one-bedroom apartment. Eat simple. There's a certain point where it's like, well, what fuels you? For me, when I get in my car, whether it's a DD car, personal car, I want to feel something. I want to feel pumped. I want to turn back and look at it. And it doesn't mean I need to have a freaking Cullinan to do that. You know, there's vehicles, ironically, I'll back it up for a second. When I had my Rolls Royce, I went and bought a 2011 Cayenne V6 base for 20 grand Canadian, because the Rolls Royce obviously was rear-wheel drive and a horrible decision for a lot of reasons for a daily driver personally in Canada. And I loved it. I was like, build quality was great. I liked driving it. I really enjoyed it. And it was the most expensive vehicle. Now, this vehicle being a CX-5, this is obviously be a lot more than 20 grand because it's new, and I wouldn't like it as much. So there's something about the driving experience, the way it makes you feel. And you need to have something in your life that gets you going, like whether you're into watches or jewelry or fashion, whatever it is. And it could be camping, it could be hiking, it could be a magnitude of things, but like what gets you excited? And for me, especially when I had the Bentley Mulsanne, I remember in the morning I'd get up and I'd go get coffee, and it felt so good getting in the Bentley. It'd start up, the way it felt, the way it drove, the way it smelled, like it made me genuinely happy without anybody around. Not flexing, not trying to show off on a car, literally just alone. I was like, this is amazing. This is happiness. Now, ironically, if I look back at it, for what I paid for that, I think I probably should have kept it. I paid 125,000 Canadian, so there was no luxury tax. It was just under the breaking point here in Canada. And my payment was about 2 grand. However, it would have been almost paid off now. So should I have kept that? Yeah, maybe. You know, the reason why I sold it was it didn't fit in the garage, so it's really impractical. So there's a point where it's like, well, I want something that I can drive in the winter, and the Coquihalla, where is the highway through hell here, you're not driving the Mulsanne. I had snow tires on it, it wouldn't move. It was so long and no weight in the back that even with like legit snow tires, it would just sit there and spin. So it left. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm not gonna buy a CX-5. And by the way, great vehicle. Like for a two-wheel vehicle, or just for like, you know, a good car, it's great. It checks all the boxes, it's reliable. It's actually nice to drive. Like nothing negative about it. It just doesn't give me that fire I need to get out of bed in the morning. Hey, movie star, I bet you that G-Wagon's cheap right now.
Oh, buddy. Fire sale.
There's fire sale, eh?
Fire sale.
That G-Wagon's probably a good deal.
It is.
Do you own that, or is that consignment? Yeah. Is it? Oh, it's yours.
You already sold that.
Ooh. Oh. No, you didn't sell it.
Yeah, we didn't sell it. Sold. Gone.
I get the game. I'll pay over asking for it. I want it now.
Robert, put in your bid.
So these G-Wagons, the old style W, I don't remember what it's called. They those during COVID were like 140,000
or more.
Yeah. And now they're like 90.
Yeah, that was 89 grand.
Great car for 80 grand though.
That's awesome. They're like a little tank.
They're like a little tank. What do you have for me for my next daily?
Something, are you for here?
Yeah.
Rover.
Range Rover, yeah, I talked about that. Yep. SVRs.
SVR. The fat minivan.
How about this?
Oh yeah, it's great for the kids and
Our kids get in the back.
In the back.
That's nothing. Like the daily driver stuff is really would be outside. This is like that's too much money. Hummer, no, is too much.
What's your price point?
I want to be like around like. Well, here's how it works in the world, you guys. It's not about money. It's about your payment.
Exactly.
So I'd like to be around like 1,200.
Okay.
Between ideally 1,050 is a number for a reason I won't get into right now. But yeah, 1,200.
I think that Rover would be perfect then. Yeah. Rover or Cayenne.
Cayenne turbo.
Cayenne would
no,
be
probably
good.
Not a turbo actually. It would be a 19. 19 is a new body style and they're pretty crazy. Or I talked about. I've always wanted to get an S63. The problem is that they're really, because it's a car and it snows here, and I go back and forth to Vancouver, it doesn't make a whole much. They're all-wheel drive, but they're low to the ground. Yeah. And the SVR would be really good in the snow. Some sticky snow tires in that bitch.
Plus, you're gonna go up to the ski hills and have some fun.
You know what I like actually? Hold on, I own the place. The old Defender over here.
That thing's cool. That thing's got a LS in it.
No.
Yeah. It's crazy.
This is actually gorgeous. Obviously been redone. Now here's the problem, you guys. It's a little
How about your $1,200 a month?
$1,200 a week payment.
Yeah.
But there's a cult following
cool
for these things.
Oh yeah. Such a cool build. They're like little tanks as well. The end of the engine, the LS that they slammed into this thing. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool. So it sounds good. It performs really good.
Fuel injected, so it starts.
And it's all modern, yeah. Because these things, the actual factory diesels that came in them, the gas ones, are not reliable.
Not reliable. What about Bentley? What about
well, the downside for the children is
the legroom.
The legroom.
A little, yeah.
These are, for the money though, you get so much car because they do take a huge hit in depreciation.
Yeah.
But people that see you driving around don't know that. They think, oh, you're a billionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at this. 100 grand. 100 grand for a 2014 W12.
Like 70 grand.
That's so much car for the money. But just to have as like your summer Kelowna car, that's dope. And you have a 675 LT Spider. Is this new?
This is Marshall's.
Oh, my boy Marshall.
Took all the decals off of it.
340 Canadian. Now these right now are a bargain.
There's so much car.
The guys that work at McLaren MSO said, like, the guys that worked for a long time were like, the car we all love, P1 obviously, and this car, the 695 LT, this is the absolute favorite. And people are definitely sleeping on these right now. They're not moving like they used to. This car was like 700 grand with taxes when it was new. Yeah. You can get it for half. Is my yellow one? It's white now. White. That one, we talked about buying back. Yeah, that is the car. I guarantee you, actually I can't say guarantee for legal reasons, 10 years from now, people watching this video that have the means to buy this car or regret not buying this car. Yeah. Limited production. This is number 37, Canadian car. Has the louvered fenders, factory wheels. It's been completely overhauled and redone. It's perfect, it's dialed in. Black roof, white. I love the wrap you guys did. Yeah. Did August Customs do this? Yep. That looks really good.
It's the new 3M, or is this a nose attack? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's got depth to it. Almost looks like a nose attack.
It does look like a nose attack.
I love you guys did it in white, Stormtrooper style. That's a great car. Obviously Huracan, Murcielagos, and Maserati. This thing.
Again, like the Bentley issue, you have some legroom issues.
It was better than the Bentley, marginally.
What about like the Audi?
Audi what?
SUV.
RSQ8? Those have dropped.
Quite a bit.
And that's an Urus.
Pretty much.
That's actually a really good idea.
Because I love the way the Urus sounds and drives and performs, where you get that with the RSQ8, just without the price tag.
Yeah, it's like literally a third the price.
Yes. That would be a great unit. Lots you could do to it.
Oh, this thing over here in the corner hiding, Aston Martin.
The Aston Martin.
What is that?
That is a DBS. I don't know, I was keeping it on the phone.
This is actually really nice. Do you have some backseat action? Not really.
Collector plates on it.
Is it really? Yeah. Not that old, is it? Would have to be 20 years old to be collector plate, wouldn't it?
Yep. It's an 04. It's 20 years old.
No shit. Yep. Probably not the route we want to go. No back seats, and it's old.
Worst leg room in this car.
Oh, this is old, hey?
Yeah.
Damn.
That is like we had this car on Gumball, pretty much exact same car.
Right.
Unbelievable car to drive.
Same thing, this car 10, 20 years from now, like, it's fully NA. Well, it's obviously, sorry, it's twin turbo, but it's not hybrid. Yeah. It's gas, I should be saying. And now, you know, I saw the new W1 came out. It's a hybrid. It's crazy. What are your thoughts on that car?
I've only seen some photos. It looks cool. I like the look of the car. Mm-hmm. I love the new McLaren stuff.
The wing's cool how it comes out. Actually, you guys have probably already seen it, so I don't have to describe it too much, but the wing comes out, then out, like up, down, and out, like way past the end of the car.
I've only seen a
oh, yeah. The wing will go flat, and it'll go all the way out. It's really cool. I don't love the headlights, but I think it'll grow on me. Yeah. And just like the Senna when it came out, everyone talked crap on it, and now everybody loves it.
I love the Senna. I love the way it looks.
Just craziness. Cool.
This is a great car. Such a weapon.
Well, I'll let you get back to work. I'll go walk the lot, and then one of the TRX cells will actually chat about what's next for me.
We'll just trade the TRX in.
I could trade it in. Give me 40 grand for it.
Perfect. I'm done.
Everybody wins, specifically you.
Except you. Done.
Listen, you take that negative equity, you do what we used to do back in the day. You take the equity and you roll it into the next one, and you roll it into the next one. Then you owe $400,000 on a Honda Civic by the time you're in your 50s.
Exactly.
This is Matt's personal TRX with the awesome wheels. Love the color.
Fuck you.
You scared me.
Oh, sorry, my man. You're still going live here?
Always. What's up?
Always.
Can we go off camera?
That's okay. We can do this on camera. I need to get a hold of the Gintani guys.
Oh. Yeah. What are you after?
SVJ.
Exhaust?
Exhaust.
Yeah, apparently it's like a 6-month waiting.
I know. I'm trying to get a hold of them.
I'll connect. Yeah, they're really busy. Everybody wants that exhaust for obvious reasons.
Well, it's the best in the town.
Because we promoted it so much. Now we can't even get one ourselves. Yeah, I'll connect you with Alex. You got it. And he can ignore you and me.
Perfect. So the two people.
Yeah, I'll connect you guys.
Okay, thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Cheers, my man.
So this is, like I was saying, Matt's personal TRX. This is, I think, the last edition. Super sick. Never doing a Jeep. I don't think I want to get a truck, only because my living situation is I sold, actually I'll explain that later, but I sold a property. And I'm probably going to go back into a condo because it's easy. The problem with a condo is a parking garage and then clearance issues. And I don't want to have to deal with a truck that doesn't fit parking on the street. So with the uncertainty of my living situation that way, I'm going to get something that I know I can park, which leads me to an SUV or a car. I think it needs to be an SUV. I was saying earlier, I do travel in Coquihalla in the winter and it snows and it's just so much easier for kids. So there's two options right here. We have the SRT Jeep. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't want it, it's not my thing. But here is a SVR. I don't love red. However, the boys here have August Customs that can wrap it. But this is a gorgeous unit. It is a 2019, so it's a new style, updated version with the 2 screens on the inside, you can tell right away, and the headlights are obviously updated. It's a different design. A lot of you guys on my Instagram did a little poll on this, are saying that they're unreliable. I don't think they're as bad as you think they are. I think they had some flops and issues earlier, but I think the things are actually pretty solid. Plus, just by the warranty. Have a problem, drop it off, they fix it, you get a loaner. Not the end of the world. Do I want to own this other warranty in 10 years? Probably not. But I don't buy things for a long time. I buy them for a good time. 575 horsepower with a supercharged V8 in there. Got some really nice wheels on it. These are the factory wheels. You can tell on the front it has these massive, massive calipers, being an SVR. It's locked, I can't give you an interior tour. The red is an issue for me. I don't love red. I'm dealing with it in the Bentley somehow. It does have all the carbon, which is cool. But other than that, Cayenne, excuse me, it's burp I'm talking to you guys. Cayenne turbo's cool. This would be a better price. And honestly, the looks wise, like, you gotta admit, they're good looking SUVs. They sound really good. They're fast. They've got great interiors on them. There's a lot of luxury involved still being sporty. Matt does have a black one that I believe his wife's driving right now. That he's like, hey, I can do a deal on that. Let me know. So we'll see. I gotta move the TRX. By the way, the TRX is literally right here. I walked right by it. That's my baby right there. It can be yours for about 80,000 US, 110,000 Canadian. Has 13,000 miles on it. Apparently there's a deal pending on it. I'm not sure where that's at, but nothing's sold until it's sold. There is one more options over here for as far as an SUV, and that is a older SVR. I believe this is one that Ashley's driving. It's for sale on the website right now for 55,000 Canadian, so well under budget. 75,000 kilometers. It's a 2016. It's right here. White on white. Ironically, the same spec as my fiance's car, so I'm not sure I want to completely match, but the big brakes in the front. But as you can tell, it's the older model, so it has one screen. So it's a bit more dated that way. And the headlights are different. If you can pay attention to the last one, you see that. But it does have a lot of specs. It's got the carbon, great seats. I actually like the interior better in this one. Still sounds good. SVR badging in the back. The only thing is as far as like, it is 8 years old now. I want something a bit newer as far as just some functions and features. It's just more comfortable. So, but options are there. All right, guys. On to the next. You guys got any Cayenne turbos there? There's one right there, actually. Holy moly. I'm driving down a street that's full of car dealerships. A lot of, obviously, Ford and domestics, things like that. There's also a Mercedes, BMW, and Range Rover, or Land Rover, I guess it would be. I won't buy a BMW ever again because I got burnt on my diesel 5 Series that blew a fuel pump that caused a huge issue, 22 grand on warranty. Then a month later, out of warranty, did it again. And they said I was a liar, and then I put gas in it, and it turned out it wasn't, blah, 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 blah. I took that car and I punted it as fast as possible. And since then, lost my love for BMW. But an RS Q8 is actually a really good idea. I just went by Audi, I didn't see any there. So I'm gonna look into that. I don't know if that's gonna be on budget. I still think they're still pretty north of where I wanna be. But it could be a decent bet long-term because you are getting an Urus for a third of the price. I'm not sure where the basement is. SVR I like more. We talked about this a lot in this video, but it will depreciate the worst. And its reliability is a bit of a question mark. The Audi is solid. You know, anything Lamborghini or Audi, pardon me, German is pretty good. Here's Mercedes. Besides the G-Wagon, nothing really there that appeals to me. And then next to that is actually Mazda, owned by the August family. And Honda. I'm not sure where Land Rover is. Maybe I missed it. I was gonna drive by and see if they had anything else, like a full-size Range Rover, which are really sick. But I'd probably do an SVR because it's more fun and it sounds really good. Like the SVR with an exhaust on it is a really cool hybrid between sporty and utility. Tires are fresh and clean. Now we need to clean the outside. I'm headed to Whistler this weekend for Thanksgiving. Canada's early. It's mine, I don't know why. We all can't agree on a date when we did what we did. But yeah, I got some tires put on it, getting it cleaned up. It has a fresh oil change, brand new brakes, and then we'll take this to Whistler. There's snow up there, so it's gonna be super fun. But yeah, I like the Range Rover product. I mean, this is the exact same as the SVR will look like on the inside, minus some carbon and a steering wheel, but dual screens, heated seats, great vehicles, really comfortable, and I love the air suspension, which I can control right here. Favorite feature. This thing does not have much cargo room. I need to look at getting like a rooftop thingamajig. There's no roof racks in this thing. So I guess these pop out and you put, that's annoying. It has a full panoramic sunroof, so maybe you can't. But when you do road trips, we're going to Whistler right now for Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving. This thing fills up super fast. All I have is my luggage in it to go to work after. So you can tell like 2 suitcases, I guess 3 suitcases, a duffel bag, this, a couple little things. This thing's absolutely full. Well, time to hit the road. By the way, I have a whole new thought on what I want to do for a daily, and I don't think it's going to be an SUV. I think it's going to be what we talked about, an S63. So I talked to Ray about it. Ray is the S63 king. We're going to get the truck sold and then start looking for the perfect spec. And they're a steal. They're way cheaper than an SVR or a Cayenne. So it's within budget. It's kind of always wanted. It is all-wheel drive. When it does get really bad, I'll take this and you can deal with the S63 700 horsepower beast in the snow. There's some serious mountains up there. We're off to Whistler right now. This is Ashcroft. Went through a hell of a fire. And then Linton, after this, the whole town burnt down about 2 years ago. Check it out. Life on the road, my favorite thing, road trips. And the random things we find. Don't forget the ice cream. There's a freaking KFC here. The one downside to being with a chick that's in shape is that they don't let you eat bad stuff. Like, they don't treat their bodies like garbage like I usually do, so no KFC. Oh, I need some sunglasses. You know I love gas station sunglasses.
Here, I can let you go, guys. Sorry.
And she apologizes too much.
So no BS, guys. This is a really good way for you guys to kick bad habits. So go to tryfume.com and use code DAILYDRIVEN.